Hey, this is Matt from Let's Not Be Fools. So you have some extra money and you have a choice. You can either invest it or you can pay off debt. What should you do? Let's talk about that. Most of the time, paying off debt is the superior financial choice. I mean, if you think about it, let's say you have a credit card at 15% interest rate and you have a chance to invest some money. Well, to make it worth your while to invest it, you'd have to make more than 15% return on your investment. So paying off a credit card at 15% interest is much better than even getting an investment return of 15%, because that investment return is actually subject to capital gains tax at the very least, or even worse, your normal income tax rate. Paying off high interest is also a guaranteed return on investment, whereas in a stock market investment, you're not going to get that guarantee. Thirdly, you should think about paying off your debt as a short-term effort, but think about investing in stocks as a long-term commitment. There may be some cases where investing is actually preferred to paying off debt. Let's say you have a mortgage at 4%, and after taxes, it really is an effective 3% rate that you're paying on your mortgage. Well, the stock market gives you returns of maybe 7 to 8% per year. So that spread is very attractive. And I think that spread is worth going after. So you don't necessarily want to pay down your home unless that paying down your home is really something you want to do and gives you peace of mind. Then go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I would take advantage of the spread. Also, consider if your employer offers you a 401k plan, they may offer you a matching amount. And that matching amount may be 50 cents on the dollar. In that case, I would take money and I would contribute it to your 401k to get that match, and just contribute up to your matching point on your 401k. That 50% return on your matching investment is much better than the 15% return on your credit card, so that is something to consider. How about student loan debt? Should you actually invest in the stock market and not pay down your student loan debt? Well, let's say your student loan debt is in the 4 to 5% range. Again, the stock market returns maybe 7 to 8% on the long term. So you may want to grab that spread as well in your mind, you're thinking. However, just remember, there's only a certain amount of interest on your student loan that is deductible on taxes, so that's not going to lower your rate all that much. And the spread between the stock market gains and what you're paying on your student loan isn't accounting for the risk that you're taking by carrying that student loan debt. It's always more risky for you to be carrying debt than not to have debt. So you got to keep that in mind. I would recommend you concentrate on paying down your student loan before you invest money in the stock market or in another investment. Unless, again, your employer offers you a 401k matching amount, let's say 50 cents on the dollar, like I said before. In that case, I would go ahead and contribute to your 401k over paying down your student debt up to that 401k match. So I think I've given you some things to think about, whether or not you should invest or pay off debt when you have debt. Again, high credit card interest rate debt is something you should definitely concentrate on paying off. Student loan debt, you should concentrate on paying that off too. In the end, just do what you're most comfortable with. Just trust your gut instinct. Any decision you make isn't likely to be a financial disaster either way, so don't worry too much about it. You don't have to go all in on one or the other. You can actually take some of your money and invest it, and take other parts of your money and pay down debt as you please. Just consider the things I said earlier in this video, especially about the 401k matching that you get from your employer if your employer offers that. And I think that's enough for now. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Let's not be fools with our money. Have a great day.